So we're talking about how you help young women in their journey towards finding their authentic selves, healing, and being able to break out of the box that they've been confined in. So that's always a challenge. And how would you help people in that process?
Yeah, definitely. I think it comes back to learning who you are, what you like, the life you want, and then realizing when you lost your power or when you felt like you became disconnected from yourself. So maybe it's talking about past traumas or experiences and releasing and rewiring some of those patterns or beliefs or ways you coped that were unhealthy, taking you away from your true self. And also sometimes it's really related to childhood, and I really like doing inner childhood healing. So finding what lights you up again, following your passion, which is often connected to your purpose. So you have a reason to wake up every day and you feel excited about that. And yeah, what makes you happy, right? When you feel better, you're more confident, things like that. But yeah, a lot of the times there's just a lot of blocks that people have that they might not be aware of, right? They might be told that's not possible, or they might feel scared to take a step, right? Staying in a wrong relationship because you're afraid to be alone, things like that. So really getting clear on what the person wants and how you can get from point A to B. A lot of it is doing the inner work, but also I think it's mind, body, soul, right? Your mind, and then how you're taking care of your body, exercise, and then yeah, what lights you up, right? Really bringing all those pieces of you back together so you can feel whole and you can feel confident and you can do what you want to do here in this world, right? I think a lot of us have dreams, or at least you should, and taking steps to make that happen, right? And not playing small. Yeah, so those are some components I would touch on for sure. And yeah, detangling those knots and what's keeping you from who you really are so you can feel free, right?
Amazing. And would you say that there are a lot of people out there who are tangled up, who have got knots, and they're trying to work out how to undo those knots and put their lives back together?
Definitely, for sure. And I think a lot of people go the mental health route. It's an epidemic, you're on medication, you're just putting bandages on it. And that was for me too. I was like, this is not solving the problem. So I like to get at the root of the issue and deal with it on multiple levels, right? Somatic way, emotional way, because often it's just, trapped events or emotions that are causing you pain or agony physically, mentally, emotionally, and releasing that, right? It's like a wound. If you got hit by a car, you need time to recover. But maybe if you're in an abusive relationship, you don't have any scars, but it's eating away at your self-esteem. And now you feel like a shell of a person, right? So it's building that back. I'm not against medication, but I think it's more than that. And I like to incorporate mindfulness and meditation, affirmations, more of a metaphysical or spiritual approach too, which can help you reconnect to your power and believe that you can do it. Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people suffer, and a lot of people suffer in silence. There's still a really big stigma to getting help. And you've tried a lot of things too, and it hasn't worked. I think my approach is more innovative, and also from my experience, but also just the person that I am. I've always been really able to read people and connect with them and really, help guide them, right? I see their higher self and I'm able to bring out those pieces that people might not be able to see themselves, right? That's why I like coaching too, to help you get out of your own way.
Amazing. And so you spoke about silence, people being silent and not speaking out, not being willing to share what they're going through. Like, how do people break through that barrier to be able to start developing themselves and become more authentic there?
Definitely. Yeah, I think it's a lot of like releasing of what is not you. Like maybe you built a life based on someone else's expectations or beliefs, and maybe it's just not fulfilling for you. And I think it's just about being real with what makes you feel good and how you naturally are. Sometimes we're trying so hard and we're just supposed to be and see what comes out naturally, right? I don't believe people are ever really broken, just sometimes disconnected, or sometimes through struggles, you find your true strength and you gain the confidence through those bad experiences, right? So it's making you resilient so that you feel like, more motivated to create a life that actually resonates with you, right? And actually makes you feel like you're reaching your fullest potential, playing small. And sometimes it's just not caring what other people think, right? It's just loving yourself as you are and not really caring about external validation or what other people will say, and the right people will find you and connect with you, and the other people will fall away. But I think it's giving yourself permission to believe in better, or to go outside your comfort zone, to take a chance and see if what you want is possible, right? I think that's the first step, is wanting better for yourself, and then, yeah, realizing it's okay to grow and change, right? And not everyone has to get it.
Very, very nicely said, Danny. And yeah, don't be afraid. Don't let fear be in control, because if we want to experience freedom, we've got to be able to let go. We've got to be able to take risks and be willing to make some changes, some adjustments, even just small ones. They don't have to be big changes, just gradual changes that evolve into much bigger steps that lead to better transformations.
Yeah, definitely. And that is true. It is a transformation, and sometimes change is scary, but really shedding those false selves and revealing your true core self, who was already there, right? And sometimes just hidden. So just giving yourself permission really to let that go. But it can be difficult, right? And that's why I want to help people with that, because yeah, there's a lot that comes with it, and it can cause a lot of different problems for people, right? So it's good to have that support, or else you may not feel like you can do it on your own.
Amazing. Thank you for being on this mini podcast, Denise. And people wanted to connect with you. How would they do that?
Definitely. Well, I'm most active on Instagram right now. I'm getting started back on there. My handle's Denny Mars 000. I just changed it actually recently. So that's where I think people could find my posts and DM me if they're interested in working together. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Thank you for being on the show, Danny.
Thank you so much.